What's up, guys? This is episode 3 of the All4Gamerz podcast. I'm Matt.
Eric.
AJ.
So today will be, this is for what, 2nd of November, 3rd of November? I forget.
4th of November.
Hold on, let's see.
Yeah, 4th of November.
So the cell phone confirms it is the 4th.
So we'll be talking about a whole bunch of stuff that has happened over the last week or two. We will be also playing some Smash. So AJ, if you want to switch it over.
Absolutely. So we're going to be we're doing a new thing now. We're trying different methods during our podcast. We figure we'll show some gameplay and play around as we're going over topics here. So try to keep you guys a little more entertained. So all right. So first topic that we're going to be talking about here is going to be it's actually very appropriate. The Smash roster and the Nintendo Direct. So everyone knows that the Nintendo Direct just recently came out a couple of days ago, and a lot of hot topics, a lot of hot characters, DLCs, a lot of things going on.
Choose.
What do you guys? So what do you guys think about that? I know you. I didn't actually see the Nintendo Direct, so it's going to be most of these guys.
So why don't you ask us some questions?
I have a lot of questions, like when was Jesus born, and is his name really Jesus or Jesus? But other than that, so during the Nintendo Direct, a lot of people were actually really excited about a lot of different characters. I know that the Piranha was actually one of them.
Piranha Plant, yes.
Piranha Plant. I know Ken was one of them. There was a Pokemon character
Incineroar.
also. Incineroar. Okay. And that was
which is the starter for the Alolan. He was Litten, if I remember correct. And the Pokemon Sun and Moon games.
Okay.
He was the fire starter.
Okay.
So I mean,
yeah. Litten, yeah. I didn't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, I'm the Pokemon guy. I'm the Pokemon guru. But I mean, they started off with Ken. Ken is going to be kind of like an Echo Fighter to Ryu because he is going to be a little bit faster. His uppercut is going to add flames to it.
That's good.
Kind of like how it is. And you said it was based off of the
Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2,
Yep.
yeah. So it should be fun. I'm definitely looking forward to that a lot. Incineroar looks pretty cool too.
Yeah, Incineroar looks so fun.'s like pro wrestler moves. He's got suplexes and lariats.
Yeah.
Guys in ooh. And I'm playing our one true hero, Kirby.
Yes,
because
they announced a new mode, which is kind of like the Subspace Emissary. It's called World of Light, and the only character that did not get pulled into it on screen was Kirby, because you said it's based off of who?
Oh, Sakurai.
Yeah.
So Sakurai was a big part of the original Kirby. It's his baby. So obviously he's gonna have some sort of bias there. And also, my friend went to New York City to play an early version of the new Smash, and they say Kirby's pretty good. So
really,
I think he's pretty biased on this one.
Okay. So I mean, well, obviously he would be, of course, because he put so many hours into all the games, especially this one. I didn't even think that they were going to keep on coming out with any more things. I thought that they were done.
Yeah, the total roster.
This is the last one.
Yeah, it's going to be the last one, but I have a feeling they're going to do like maybe remakes of the other ones, like Melee and stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
That would be nice, but the total roster as of right now with all of the characters released is 77?
75. It's 75 including Piranha Plant.
Okay, that's what it was. I thought it was 77.
No, it's unless you're counting each individual
Echo Fighter, I think that's
each individual what is it?
no. That was what it was.
With each
if you count Pokemon Trainer as 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
because he has Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard.
So with especially another thing we can talk about is the DLC.
Oh yes.
That they're announcing, which they didn't announce anything about it yet, but they're just talking about price planning and
it was
each thing comes with a character, a stage, and a set of music, which makes sense because when you introduce the character, you're obviously going to want to have their stage and their classic music based on that.
Oh yeah.
And they're going to release 5, so it's going to bring a total of 80 if you don't count the Pokemon for the Pokemon train.
Yeah, which is going to be nice because I think the price point I think for the individual is a little steep. I mean, it was what they said $6.
Yeah, $5.99 USD.
Yeah, $5.99 for each individual character. But if you get it through the pass, which is the Spider Pass, it's $24.99.
Yeah.
So you're saving yourself
$1 on each.
Yeah, you're saving yourself $1 each, so like $5.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
$5 is $5. So.
I mean, if you're obviously going to be playing this game, because with all the content they announced, you're going to be playing this game for a while.
Oh, it's going to be like
over
weeks.
that year, you're definitely going to want to, even if it's just saving $5, I'm pretty sure you're probably already know if you're going to get the DLC or not.
Oh yeah, I definitely know. For me, I'm definitely gonna get it because I want all the characters, because that's how I feel.
So speaking of all the characters, then, do you guys think that there's going to be even more DLC down the road with additional characters, or do you think this is going to be it?
I think they opened the door for it because with the I think the we could talk about that later. The new mode they have, like the new adventure mode, that's kind of like the new subspace.
Yeah, World of Light.
I feel like they can open the door for that because it's level based. Like you can see, there's just a huge map, so they might be able to even just, when they release the new DLC characters, you can just spread off to a different part of the map, and then you could do a thing based on them.
Yeah, and they also add the sprites too, right?
Yeah, the new sprite mode, which
or
we could
spirit
talk about.
mode.
What was to finish answering your question first? So even though they just laid out a new year for DLC, they still leave the door open because especially because they're releasing a new character, a new map, a new song with it. I don't see why they couldn't just do another year, like especially if they're doing. It looks like in multiplayer they're doing more of a competitive based thing because they're gonna have the higher tier people in a separate. Like they're gonna have the higher tiers all in this one division, and then the people that are just playing for fun won't be probably in that because they'll just be messing around. But they're gonna be looking at that for balancing. So I don't see why they couldn't just add a new character, and they already have all the stuff built in for the eShop. I don't see why they couldn't just do a new year of like competitive maybe.
Well,
yeah, the ladder.
I mean, I feel like that's the current trend right now, especially with a lot of newer games. Like you figure Destiny does that. They have different years and they have different characters. I think that has the opportunity, especially with Nintendo, because they're not really big on DLCs. I mean, the only 2 games that I know of that have DLCs or even had them in the past was Mario Kart and Legend of Zelda. Those are the only 2. So this has a DLC, and that you're right. I think it definitely leaves it open to some bigger names, especially like a lot of people were hating on the fact of the matter that Waluigi didn't get it.
I'm glad that you brought that up because I was going to ask that. So.
I still even though he's an assist trophy, I still think there's an opportunity for him to be a part of it, because even though Sakurai said that it was going to be brand new players, brand new characters, I still think he's not going to be an echo fighter for anybody. I think the only one you could possibly think maybe would be Luigi.
Yeah,
but his style, like it's like if you look at Wario is not an echo fighter for Mario.
No, he's his own character.
He's his own character.
Right.
So I think they can add something. He would be similar to like a Peach and a Daisy, where they have like they can use the golf club and the tennis racket.
Well, so they'll probably bring out like a tennis racket because that's when the first game he was introduced and was Mario Tennis on the 64.
Yeah.
So that would actually be pretty cool. And I think that would actually help quench a lot of people's appetite or thirst, rather, because everyone's bugging out about how Waluigi wasn't a character and everyone was miffed that he was only an assist trophy. So I think that if they do like a DLC for additional characters down the road, it definitely would be the best idea to make sure they include Waluigi.
Oh, I think so.
But just to keep moving forward so we can go on to the next topic in a little bit, I did want to talk about the spirits. Right, so you guys saw the Nintendo Direct, you watched the trailer and everything. So tell everyone more about the spirits. What's that about?
You want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. So spirits basically is their way of getting more characters in that might not have made the final roster, just to keep people more. They want to make it so that people maybe who really like this one indie character who might not get their word out enough to get them into the Smash roster. They might not just be popular enough. It's their way of including that because Nintendo is super cool and they want to include as many things as they can. Like even Shovel Knight, which is an indie game.
He's an assist.
He's an assist trophy.
Okay.
Shantae is another popular indie game that has a really cult following.
Oh, Shantae.
Yeah. And she just got introduced as a sticker. And so the spirits basically just the new way they're doing a new trophy system because the trophies are all 3D model rendered. So and they also have a bio and Sakurai said they had a lot of difficulty doing it, so that means there's probably going to be a lot of these spirits.
Right.
Oh yeah,
because they're going to be a bunch of 2D. It's just 2D rendered. They have a little particle effect around them.
Okay.
So on top of the fact that there are all these random characters that people just might want to seek out to get and collect because it might be their favorite franchise. They also have a system built in, which they take the sticker and it has an attack, shield, and grab effect that you can add to a specific character you want.
That's cool.
So you can take Mario, and if you feel that his attack is really low, which
you can boost him up, kind of similar to the 3DS and the Wii U version, where you can attach different things to the amiibos or whatnot. Like you can get a Kirby cap or something like that. It's a modifier in you can add it to the amiibo characters. Very similar to that same effect, but you actually can affect the characters, all of them.
That's interesting.
And I don't know did you notice that too, that they also have a handicap? So
yes,
if you think say you're really good with Link, but you still think that he hits too hard,
right?
You can actually put a modifier where you can lower that. Yeah. So then you playing Link versus me playing as Pikachu, even though Pikachu doesn't hit hard, but I can also adjust the sliders so that all the characters can be balanced by themselves. But that's only on one system. So if we were playing together, only local play, which is kind of cool, and I think that's a great idea, especially if you think.
Well, it also doesn't let you do it with the connected. They're going to let you connect the switches so you can play with people next to you. I don't think it lets you do it on that.
No, it does let you do it on
does?
But it won't let you do it online.
Oh,
that's the only thing you can't do it online.
So,
which I think is really cool.
So that's interesting. I think that's actually really cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, the actual Direct, they had so much information. They
usually do. They kind of just blast you with everything.
They went over the top.
I think they went over the top. I know they in this game you can see how they kind of group people together in the respective.
Right.
Okay, this over here is the Mario series. Then you have Donkey Kong. Then you have Little Mac by himself. Legend of Zelda.
Right. Yeah, it's all based on release date, right?
In the new game, it's all based on release date. So you'll have
so you don't have
Mario, Peach, Bowser, Yoshi. Then you have Link, and it will all be there, and then it will go on release date. And all of the original characters, so the original 6 characters that you could play in the 64 version, those are the only characters that you have unlocked.
Which I love.
That is awesome. See, I like that. Yeah, and I'd rather, instead of them blasting out all the different characters like how they just did on the Direct, I'd rather it be a surprise. Because if I'm going to be playing the game and I'm going to unlock somebody, I want it to be like the original. I want it to be, oh my god, I can unlock Luigi. I remember when I did that.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Well, yeah, and even Mewtwo, you had to play the game for 20 hours?
Yeah, freaking something ridiculous.
Well, at that time, it was 20 hours when you couldn't, and so most people would sit there and they would leave the system on. Because
you and Joe, we didn't even do that. We actually just played so damn long, we actually unlocked them just by that.
Yeah, well, we had a what was it? I think it was my birthday or your birthday, and we literally stayed up from 7 o'clock all the way to 7 in the morning playing this stupid game.
Oh my god, I think that was my birthday,
That was when you guys used to beat the hell out of me. Beat me like a Cherokee drum. And I would always pick Pikachu because that was the only character I knew, because that was also before I started playing Legend of Zelda. So I didn't know anything. So I was like, who the hell is Link? I don't know who this guy is. This looks stupid. I want to play Pikachu because that's the only character I knew. But now,
also props on the Fast and Furious quote. I like it.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Okay, so I think we got a lot of stuff on that. So we're gonna transition from that because we figured out we're terrible at transitioning. So this is a transition statement to transition to.
Sick. You're great.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Remember that joke that I told earlier this morning? Remember? Backstreet Boys? Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
bad transition.
It was bad transition. So, all right. So let's move on. Speaking about Nintendo, about the potential Nintendo 64, classic versus PlayStation, right? So, I know that I don't want to be Schmerich anymore.
No,
I'm Schmer.
I'm putting you as AJ.
Yay, I get to be our AJ. All right.
Well, how about this? Why don't you give the phone over to Eric, because he doesn't know too much about.
Oh, this is very true. So we'll switch moderatorship.
So you're the moderator. So this is the World War II or World War One that you said? I forget. Somebody posted it.
What are you talking about?
For between the PlayStation Classic and the 64 Classic.
Yeah, World War, the World War II console gaming between PlayStation Classic
That's what
and
I
64
meant.
Classic.
Because you were saying that it was and we forgot to even look up who these people are that gave us these comments.
Well, I mean, that's why we're going to do a shout out at the end, and this is why your editing magic is going to come in handy.
So don't worry if we don't do it right now while we're talking. It just means that I'll have to edit it later. Sorry.
We'll say our... and this is where everything goes to fucking hell. First F-bomb of the day. Yes!
I'll be sure to actually put them in there this time.
Woohoo!
All right, Eric.
All right. Moderate.
I gotta go fast.
So, I was a little boy when the PlayStation came out, so I don't really remember playing anything other than Spyro, maybe.
Oh,
and, I played Medieval's demo, because I had this little demo packet that came with a game. I forget which one it was.
Oh, that's right. That was with the
Medieval,
skeleton.
and my mom said I couldn't play it. So
because you were just a little boy.
I was just a little man. What was it? PlayStation came out when? 96? 90-something.
No, 94.
I think in 94.
94?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't born yet.
Oh, God, dude. Stop being so young.
So, other than what I played probably from hand-me-downs, because my sister was 5 or 6 when she got one. So I got hand-me-down Spyro, because she really likes Spyro.
Nice.
And Crash Bandicoot. Played that. But N64, I played a lot of that. Obviously, I played Smash. That was one of the games I played.
No idea what you're talking about. You never played this before, you didn't?
So, mentioning that, what do you guys think is probably going to be on that? I know the PlayStation, a lot of the games got announced already, but on the N64, what do you guys...
The games that they announced for the PlayStation Classic, most people are like, nah, I'll just get a Raspberry Pi and just do it myself.
That's actually what Leslie said.
Yeah,
exactly.
Leslie was saying, because she was like, I'll just get a Raspberry Pi because then I can put whatever games I want. Because, the games, they're nothing's, groundbreaking. Okay, yeah, Medieval, maybe... They're
re-releasing Medieval too.
No, they're not. It's a completely new game. It's not a re-release.
Oh, okay.
Wait, really?
They just had the trailer the other day, I think. So what they had the original Twisted Metal, the original
I actually have the games list pulled up on my phone if you want to bring it up.
it was Twisted Metal.
It's go to the internet on Chrome. And the list should be there.
Yeah, it was Twisted Metal, Cool Borders. Some of the games are cool, but other games, I'm I don't know any of them.
Final Fantasy VII,
obviously.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
So that's the OG Grand Theft Auto.
Metal Gear Solid.
Okay, yeah.
Mr. Driller.
I've never heard of that game before in my life.
Neither have I.
Oddworld. I know that one.
I've heard of
Rayman.
Oddworld. You suck. Rayman's gonna be fun. The original? That's gonna be fun.
A Persona game, Revelations.
Never really played Persona, actually.
Tekken 3.
Tekken 3 is gonna be fun.
Rainbow Six, the original. I did not know that came out on the PS1.
Yeah, I didn't know it came. I remember playing it on the PlayStation 2.
I'm kind of just
yeah, no.
I'm going through it. I'm not saying all of them out loud. Wild Arms. I've never heard of that.
Is that somebody with wild arms?
No, that's it's the original Arms by Nintendo.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Except they're wild. Intelligent Cube.
I don't know
that sounds stupid.
Jumping Flash.
Jumping Jack Flash?
I mean, the thing too is that they might not have the rights anymore.
Well, that's just. Oops, sorry. I think that's the same reason why, if you get the 64 Classic, the 64 Classic isn't gonna have GoldenEye on it.
No, because that's rare.
Yeah, it's rare.
That sucks. I didn't even know that.
And what was it? 007 is another thing. So they're not gonna have that.
Also, my favorite series on the N64, Banjo-Kazooie, is definitely not gonna be on there.
Nope.
Because that's already on the Xbox.
Yep. And the PlayStation.
Is it on PlayStation?
Oh, maybe not.
No. Banjo-Kazooie is rare. And Rare's on Microsoft now, I thought.
Oh, okay. I thought the Rare Replay, they put it out.
Maybe. They might have. Because I know that Rare, after they released, Grabbed by the Ghoulies, which was... Most of the creative leads from their older games were gone already, figuring other stuff out. They went on to do stuff for the Kinect, because Microsoft bought them, and then they used them as like a not quite a third party.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't think it's called a second party. But they're owned by Microsoft to make Microsoft games, but they're not Microsoft.
I think that would be third party. If they, no.
No.
Let's go second party.
Well, they're it's like a partner.
Yeah, a partner. Yeah, they had a partnership. They had some sort of deal where they could only make Microsoft games, but they worked on Rare games. I think Connect Sports was one of their more popular games.
That's
so that's like a really far fall from grace. I'm sure it's still made money, but it's like you go on for making GoldenEye and Banjo-Kazooie and like Donkey Kong Countries, and now you're making Connect Sports. It's kind of
Rare. Yeah, they should. Yeah. Rare should have just stayed its own thing.
Yeah, and they had Viva Pinata. I think.
Viva Pinata was funny.
I like that game a lot. I stayed up like until 2 a.m. once playing. I didn't even realize because I was in one of those kicks where I just really like those kind of,
I'm getting
like
better with
Stardew
Sonic.
Valley kind of Animal Crossing kind of thing. But that's a really chill game. And then that guy comes over and he starts shoveling shit.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Well, and you hit him with a shovel and he yells at you. But so we just went over the list for PlayStation. What are you guys thinking for N64?
I could see them putting probably.
We already know the first two, which are going to be.
Well, Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Obviously.
And Smash 64. I would be surprised
if they don't put it on.
If they didn't put it on.
Well, they have a lot of Nintendo's really good with their first, with their own developed stuff.
Well, they're most likely is going to have. I'm gonna definitely say probably Ocarina of Time.
That's exactly what I was going with.
Mask.
Yeah,
I could
Majora's
see,
Mask. I don't know if it would be as prevalent or as likely as Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is definitely going to be on there.
Any of them, like probably Mario Party 1 or 2. That would be cool.
Good. Yeah,
I think it would be really awesome if they could.
Mario Party.
Could you
imagine that?
Could you imagine if
just go away?
Could you imagine if they put 4 controllers on it though?
Dude, that'd be dope.
I wouldn't mind if they did 4 controllers. I would not mind paying $100 for it.
No, if it came with it, yeah.
Oh, with the 4 controllers, not at all. Another thing I just realized with the, like PlayStation, like I said, Rareware was to Xbox as it was to also Nintendo. PlayStation didn't really have their own Sony developed games.
Square Enix at the time.
Yeah, but.
It still was on. Some of that stuff was still actually on. Because at the time it wasn't called Square Enix. It was called Square, right?
Yeah, it was Square, and then they merged with. I can't remember the. No, it had a different name. It was something with Enix at it. But that being said,
no.
I gotcha.
How did that happen?
Since the PlayStation didn't have their own developed games, they're going to obviously have trouble with. The rights to using these games again. So unless the game's already dead, I mean, Twisted Metal is one of the ones that you think about.
And I would have sworn that Twisted Metal would have been on a PlayStation.
Yeah,
but it is.
It is. It's on the list.
Oh, it is on the list.
It is on the list. Yeah.
But other than that, there's really not a lot of games that that they might still have the rights to that the companies either didn't disband or move on to a different thing. But with N64, they have, Star Fox 64, Super Mario 64. They have all these games they already made.
About that.
Star Fox
Legend of Zelda. That's why I think it's weird that they're even trying this, to be honest. Because they don't have the... I mean, they obviously got a list of what they could put on, but is anybody really excited about most of
this? Oh, yeah, I would. I mean, 64, you gotta remember, the 64 is probably the generation of... me and E. I mean, we're going to be 32 this year.
You shut your mouth.
But like that's our generation.
Yeah.
Like we grew up with that. I mean, I grew up with Super Nintendo, but like the 64 was the first game that the first system that I was around for the launch. And was like got to see it evolve.
Don't get me wrong though. I mean, I played it until I got the second console I ever that I got personally was the GameCube. So I had the 64 until 2001.
Yeah.
Or 2002 probably. But I mean, I still played a lot of it, but I just can't imagine that the PlayStation Classic is going to be anywhere near as popular as what Nintendo's doing.
I think a lot of people are upset because of the the game choices.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
and a lot of them nobody's even heard of.
But that's the thing. They might not have the ability to put it on there. That's why it might be so expensive because they have to spend all this money getting the rights back to re-release these games on PS.
Well, like I would have expected them to at least put on like a Gran Turismo. Like why didn't they put that?
Well, that's on Xbox now, isn't it?
No, Gran Turismo
that's Forza.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point though.
Because I remember that was one of the biggest PlayStation games that I remember playing.
Mm-hmm. Well, the beauty of the PlayStation when it came out was the ability for it to have like these...
A disc.
Yeah, it had the disc, it had the better graphics chip, but I don't think it had like the... It didn't have quite as much as the, pride that Nintendo put into their games, their sole developed games.
Right. And so, Nintendo also knows how to go to the classics, and they know how to do the retro. They know how to bring everybody back to and they consistently do it. And every time that they do it, people are just like, I'm not gonna buy that Nintendo. I'm gonna buy the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, I haven't bought the ones before this, but like this one's
I think
my interest.
I think like they have was it Jet Set Gemini or something like that?
Mm-hmm. And then that turned into Jet Set Radio, right?
No.
No. You're talking about...
It was like the shooter bug game. I could see that being on there because it was pretty popular at the time on 64. Mm-hmm. It was like the one shooter that was on there. So I was like, I could definitely see that being there.
What you're talking about.
God. Here.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No, I lost.
It doesn't matter.
No, we'll just do it.
We'll just keep going around.
Cool.
Oh, well, you don't want to fight me? You scared?
Oh! Game on!
So, all right.
Son of a bitch.
We definitely probably talked enough about that.
I would think so. Okay, so
before we leave that, what are the price points? Do you remember? I know the PlayStation.
PlayStation is $100,
which I'm not gonna pay.
Which I'm not gonna pay for the crappy games that are on there. Mm-hmm. I think whatever Nintendo like the 64 does, if it comes out, which I think it might come out probably April of next year. They'll probably do a direct right after the holidays. They'll definitely do it. Either that or they'll wait until next Christmas. Mm-hmm. I could see them waiting.
Yeah, I could see that.
That would be a smart idea.
Because they might want to be focusing on Smash's release right now.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And plus also the Super Nintendo Classic is still selling pretty well.
Yeah. And I wish that's the only qualm I'm going to say is I hope that they make enough.
Mm-hmm. If they don't, they have to learn from their mistakes because that's why the Nintendo Classic is actually back out in full force now too.
Yeah, so and they dropped down the price too. They dropped.
Is it a mistake though, or is it intentional?
I think it might be intentional. I think it's intentional, but I hope what they do is that they don't underestimate how much somebody wants it. Mm-hmm. Like I think the two that are going to be really big is going to be the 64 Classic and if they eventually make a GameCube Classic. Mm-hmm. I think those two are going to be huge. I mean, look at it now. They still make GameCube controllers.
Mm-hmm.
Even they still make 64.
I feel like Smash is definitely leading that market. Obviously.
Oh yeah, it's making that market. But now they make them with the actual. It's wireless, and they're making it for Smash, and it's wireless, but it still has the home, the plus, and the minus buttons on it. Mm-hmm. Which I think is really cool. I think that's an awesome way to get into like the Smash.
You're not baiting me.
So
never.
Oh. Okay, so I like that. That's cool.
And I think the price point, like if Nintendo puts it at $89.99, but gives me that option of buying extra controllers and keeping them somewhat cheap, because it will be that like second kind of controller. But it can't be a mini size controller. It has to be a full size controller. So I could see them putting the Nintendo 64 Classic,
right?
Especially if it comes with two. I think they could definitely get away with like 100, 120, because the controllers are so big.
It would probably depend on their lineup.
Yeah, I
feel if people are really going to go hard for the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
Well, what was the other one? The Super NES Classic.
It was $89.
I don't. What was the one before that?
It was $89. It was $89, but then when they re-released it, they dropped it actually $20.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't see them breaking the streak of $80-some unless they really try to get some sort of licensing deal that really puts it over the edge.
Probably, yeah.
Like if they got GoldenEye again. Which
dude, if they get GoldenEye, that thing will fly off the shelves.
I don't know if it's rare or if it would be they'd have to go to whoever created James Bond.
I think it's going to be I think it'll definitely be both. It's got to be both. It's got to be Rare because Rare still goes through that stuff. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So let's segue to Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes, everybody wanted to talk about that on their Instagram.
So within the last couple of days, The game is great. It's a lot of fun. I finally got past the really long and
the snow. Like you finally got past the introduction.
And the introduction, we went onto a train and it was really cool. It's a lot of fun. And like definitely like you could definitely go into a lot of different things. It's nice now that they actually have a fast travel button. So if you want to go to a specific place, you could hit a fast travel button.
So you don't have to actually go by horseback the whole time.
No, for an hour and a half.
Yeah, because I mean I appreciate the the attention to real life or whatever else you need to take horseback. Yeah, the details. But the whole entire time, I'm playing a video game. I really don't want to ride horseback the whole entire time and then check my butt and then see that I got horse rash.
Well, but Rockstar just announced that they'll have a beta for the online mode.
Ooh, do tell.
Which is in November, sometime probably late November. I would assume probably after Christmas.
Okay.
I feel like that's what they did with GTA 5. They did like an online beta. And people were playing it, and it's free for anyone it was free for anyone who owns Red Dead Redemption. And they're going to have a whole bunch of newer modes. So it's going to be somewhat story driven, but not really. So they're going to be
GTA 5 did that, yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be somewhat. So if they do what GTA Online did, people will probably play the story mode for the story mode, but they'll go always play. I mean, when did GTA 5 come out?
That came out, I don't even know, 2014? I think it was 2014 around November.
So it's been 4 years. People still play the online mode all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I could see Red Dead doing the same thing.
I hope they go really hard into some sort of RPing, because I know a lot of people that have fun with GTA. They do some sort of RPing, and that's where PC comes in. Otherwise, it's usually just people walking over to you and just hitting you with a baseball bat.
Yeah. Well, I would put a bounty on, like, say the three of us are playing. I would love to put a bounty on him and then rope him and then and then drag him behind my horse, because I think that would be hilarious.
I think that's what Ryan was talking about last week. He said that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot of fun. Like, I could see that having a lot of fun and then doing duels. Yeah. Like, you have a quick draw competition.
And even if it's not in the thing, you could just have a third party sitting there and tell you to walk. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Well, yeah, because I think the online is going to be a lot of fun on that.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt. They're always fun. It's just whether or not the fun lasts. Yeah. And I feel like with GTA, I played a good amount of it online, but it's like, to a point, I get sort of bored of it unless I do some sort of RPing, like me and my friend.
Now, RPing, what do you mean?
Like, all right, so when I played on PC with my friend, we both just ran around with flashlights, and we just beat people up with them. So we were called the Flashlight Gang. So we'd walk up to them, yell in game chat, and say, like, don't mess with the Flashlight Gang. And we'd hit them with the flashlight.
That's great.
And then they'd pretty much just either run us over with cars or shoot us. But
can you just die, please? Just go away.
You have to kill me.
I'm trying to do that. Just do it. Just
AJ, this is bad, because Fox is your best character.
I know.
And he's killing you.
Yeah, but Falco's the rogue one. I missed that one.
Just go.
But yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I'm excited for it. I definitely can't wait to, like. I think maybe I'll wait until the online comes out to do a proper review on Red Dead.
I think that's fair, because it's going to be a good amount of content online.
Oh yeah, and I think, and if they do what they do, like what Rockstar has been doing with GTA, I mean, you think about it, they've been constantly rolling out updates every couple of months, which and they're all free, which I love. I think that's a great idea. I think a lot of companies need to start doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, the thing about them introducing the microtransactions, like the shark cards and stuff, that allows people that may not, they might have more time, but they may not have the money to pay for it. They can still get money that way. Yeah. Or take the challenge to do the heist and stuff and make the money.
Exactly.
I'm just hoping it doesn't take, like, because when the original GTA came out, they were promising a heist, and then the heist got delayed a fair bit. So I'm hoping that they don't promise too much with the online, especially in the especially with
Duke. Yeah, and done. Dead.
Because I'm assuming they have heist, or you'd be a bandit, or I hope that they have some sort of like a three-way thing. Like you could be a lawman, a civilian, or a bandit, and that way you can make your own fun out of the game. So if a bandit walks up to you, you don't necessarily have to kill each other. But like a lawman will see a bandit and pretty much want to go over there.
Yeah.
I'm really interested if they'll, push more of an RP aspect on it, especially since especially in Red Dead 1, most of it was just empty land. It's not like you have a car and you can drive around and just, run into people.
You can hide in trees,
there's not
bounce.
a big fun aspect. Like you can't hop into a jet and just, run it down into a ground and just have fun like that.
Okay, so here's a scenario, right? So I'm playing as a barman, right?
Yeah.
And I'm behind the bar and I'm freaking cleaning the glass.
I'm not sure if it'll be that deep.
Damn,
You
I
could
want
probably
to do
just
that.
be a person in a bar, and then somebody will walk in and like you could rob the stores in GTA 5 online. So I could see like somebody walking into that. You could be like a vigilante aspect, and just like maybe walk up to them, shoot them, and then a lawman will come in and say like, "Oh, you did great" or something. Like, not even if it's that hard in RP, because I know a lot of people sit in parties on PS4 or Xbox.
Okay.
I don't know if there's parties on PS4. I don't play online, but they have.
I have a party every time I play on PlayStation 4.
Oh yeah, that's good. I only played PS4 offline games, but if they take it more into that aspect of an RP, I could see that being way more fun. Especially like I said, they're getting rid of these jets and airplanes and
and going back to the nostalgia of the Old West, which
sitting
is cool.
in your apartment and just like taking bong rips and drinking.
Yeah.
Booze. Like you spend like 30 minutes just sitting in your apartment just doing that weird stuff.
That just sounds fun.
Yeah, it's fun. That's what I mean. Some
rips.
guy just like, hey, want to come to my apartment? You're like, all right. And he's just sitting there getting a lap dance. And you're like, what's happening? I'm playing GTA. What's going on right now? I'm so confused.
He's playing GTA also.
He's playing GTA 50,000 right now.
Oh my god. Alright, so we'll move from the Red Dead. That's awesome. Alright, so good transition to Fallout 76, right? So we're going to be talking about online play and everything here. So Fallout 76 is, like everybody knows, the next Fallout installation where it's going to be online only. So the only time that you can really play is when you're obviously online, you have a connection, you're with a group of friends, this, that, and the other. So you guys paid closer attention to that than I have. So what are your thoughts? I've heard that there's been slow open beta testing.
Well, yeah,
they've
had the beta test. I haven't had a chance to actually do it myself. I haven't had a chance to play, but from what I've been hearing, it's definitely like an old school MMO, like 2000s MMO, when you have to so you have missions, but there are no NPC characters in the game. Everyone is a real world character. So everyone's a player.
So you can't interact with anything.
You can interact with players, but those players are all just. It's like, so instead of it being your self wasteland, now it's like everyone's playing.
Right.
So, which is kind of cool. I think that's an interesting aspect to it, which would be it's really cool. So like if you have to, but the only thing, what I was reading an article on it that people were really upset about was they had, like, so say you do you have to cook something or boil something. You actually have to stand online because all these other people are actually doing the same thing that you are.
So do you have to you have to wait in a legit line? So if you have to wait an hour, you have to wait an hour online to get to the next. That's terrible.
What game did that? That was Division. The Division did that.
Yeah,
they
sort
hand
of.
something in, and then people are actually waiting online to talk to the NPC.
No, but if you were in the way, yeah.
Yeah.
in the certain areas, but it's like
maybe I'm a little more favorite.
It's more like if you're in an area, you have to use what the hell is it? Like they said it was like early 2000s MMOs, like probably like World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
If somebody's using something, you have to stand in front of it and you have to wait until somebody's done.
See, that might be a limitation with the beta, though, because I know they were talking about private servers and stuff, you being able to host those when they announced it during the Bethesda thing before E3.
Yeah, so probably it was.
Yeah, that shouldn't be an issue if you're in a lower server. Like, assuming they have 100 server lists, like in WoW, you can join a server that's really empty, or you can join one that's really full, depending on how you like to play.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you really want a full server with full RP or something, going back to RP, then you could join that one and have that same experience, but you might limitations like that where you don't have the ability to just hand in whatever you want when you want, but you have more of the ability to play with other players.
Yeah, which I think is cool, and you can definitely see like friend or foe and whatnot, that kind of stuff. Like I said, I really haven't really seen it. I'm still excited about it because you can have a whole bunch of people and we can just build shit together, and that's what I like about that game. To me it's like a post-apocalyptic version of Minecraft. Like that's why I know you don't like it very much, but
Minecraft? No, I love Minecraft. That's why I only played it once and never played it again.
What's your issue with Minecraft, dude?
I don't like it. It's just it's not my thing. I don't want to be in a sandbox. I like the idea, I like the concept or whatever, and everyone who likes it, more power to you, because it's obviously a popular game. It's just not for me. It's too slow. I don't want to be building stuff. I like objective based. I like story based. Give me a direction.
You played it because they added a lot of lore and stuff.
6 months ago.
I don't know.
But to me it's like this is a lot like crazy. To me, Fallout reminds me of like Ark. Like I feel like Ark got a majority of their like the way that they do things from Fallout.
See, Ark looks interesting. See, like, Fallout, I have never played, and I know that's sacrilegious. I've never played Fallout, and I want to play Fallout.
None of them?
No,
I
really want to
4.
start with 4. Yeah, I want to play.
Have you played Oblivion and Skyrim at least?
Yeah, I played
Skyrim.
those.
I played, yeah.
Okay.
It's very similar to those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like that would be my kind of game. So I definitely would want to pick up one of the Fallouts, Fallout 4, New Vegas, those kind of games.
Well, they're all on Game Pass now.
Ooh, I know what
Fallout 4 is at least.
Oh yeah, you're right. I downloaded so many flipping games and I haven't even touched any of them yet.
But I'm looking forward to it just for the multiplayer aspect. Like I said, I haven't really played the beta. I got the email and everything about it, and I was talking about it in our last podcast.
Right.
I haven't had a chance to do it because so many other games have come out, and I'm like,
It's crunch time.
Yeah, it's crunch time. This is the time of the year where a lot of the games are coming out.
Right. Well, yeah, it's holiday season's coming around exactly. So to move forward, so then Fallout 76 is when's the release date again?
The 16th?
This month?
I'm pretty sure.
I completely forgot about that.
Let me double check
There's
that.
too many freaking games out.
Yeah, we'll fact check and we'll put any kind of
if you give me like 1 second. Editor.
Oh my god.
How did I block that?
Because you have Fist of Steel, bro.
Fist of Fury. Okay, so it sounds like you guys are relatively excited for the for Fallout 76. I think it's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to pick it up.
I don't know if I'm fully excited for it. I watched some gameplay. I didn't play any of it, but the only thing I'm really excited about is more of the player interaction because I think the NPC stuff is going to be really nutty because Fallout and Skyrim all buggy.
Yeah, but with that, I think it would be just lead to really good content because especially for us as content creators, I think it would be hilarious.
Oh yeah, no doubt. You can definitely put some wild stuff.
Yeah, but what if it's more game breaking?
Yeah, I can see that.
Like like in Destiny, it's fun to have this horde wave of things running at you. But the way that VATS works in it and the way that NPCs work, I don't know if it's really changed that much from Fallout 4, where they really just focus on one thing. So I could see that being an issue. I hope they just really revamp the AI.
Yeah.
If they didn't revamp the AI, then this could be a really big issue.
Well, I know when because I was reading an article, I think it was IGN or something. They were playing the beta. It was a PC beta, and people were saying it was pretty buggy.
Yeah.
But
I mean especially because it's not out yet. I can see that being an issue down the line, but
that's why I don't mind them doing a beta. Like I hate doing a beta on a game that's like a single player game. Like
yeah.
I mean,
the multiplayer aspect is what you want to change. You want to make sure you want to see what it does.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you also have a beta for single player, they got to make sure that everything's.
Well, that's the thing. Like they were saying, because that's what they call the beta. Break it early, test something. I forget what. Because they actually put an email and it says break everything something. I forget what it was, but I'll check out the email because it says it in there, and I was laughing my ass off because I was like, that's really funny.
Oh man. Okay, so let's all right, so Fallout 76. So let's go back to Nintendo real quick. And then we can wrap up with the Nintendo. So Pokemon Let's Go. So there's a huge Pokemon fan here.
Fuck.
It's the
One
guy
for
who
me.
just said that.
I never say fuck.
Mature audience only.
Right?
Should I just put a slap a mature warning right over Eric's face?
Don't watch my stream.
Elite thighs.
Okay.
Don't watch
So,
my stream.
Pokemon Go, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
Yes. Spank you, sir.
It's gonna be fun. Change your name. Change your name. Right
I
now.
want to be.
Right here. Right here. You're a player one. You're player one. Not player two, dude.
No one ever was.
What are you doing?
The cat stabs my wrist.
I actually, sad part is I actually have that downloaded on my phone right now.
Did I show you the metal version?
I think you might have.
I did. I put it in the Instagram chat. Carlos said it was awesome. You should
All
have
right,
watched it.
So,
Who's Carlos?
Carlos
from
is
Share Player One.
Share Player 1.
Looking out for you, bro.
Hi, buddy. Appreciate it.
So Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee is
Yes.
coming out on the 16th. Actually, let me fact check on the Fallout.
Oh, you know what? Screw that. We're talking about Pokemon?
Yeah,
Damn.
who cares about Fallout
Here,
76?
you
dude?
play.
Oh,
I'll fact check on this one. Hold on. No, because I
I
have.
have to change my name too.
You have to change your name. Do it or Matt will kill you.
Alright. I'm gonna be Schmerich still. I don't do I have to, let's play. You
what?
play Eevee, I'll play Pikachu.
Well, that's
So
what I was
go
trying
get
to find.
Eevee.
Where is Eevee?
Yeah,
There's no
bitch, there's no Eevee.
It's a joke.
You play Pichu.
I want to be
Alright,
purple
hold on, hold
Saurus.
on.
Oh,
That
my
works.
god,
Come
I'm
on,
barred.
Oh yeah, November 14th. So Fallout 76 comes out November
How did that
November
happen?
14th. What?
It's like-
You press this button.
Oh.
I want to play these anyway. Is there Pokemon Stadium? No, they don't.
No,
Not Pokemon
it's good.
Stadium,
So in the new
What was
Smash,
it?
it's going to be.
Cerulean City.
Oh yeah, Cerulean City.
Yeah, that was a good one. Where's
Oh, that's my
Pokemon
favorite.
Stadium? Oh, let's do this one.
Yeah.
All right, so Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. It's going to be kind of like a remake of the original games.
Okay. Like red and blue?
Yeah, like Red and Blue.
Okay.
But you get either if you get Let's Go Pikachu, you
Right.
get a Pikachu as your companion, and he rides on your shoulder or your head, and you can put him in different outfits and all that other BS. But the mechanic is very similar to Pokemon Go.
Okay.
But there is a battle mechanic which is very similar to the original game, which is nice. I'm not 100% sure. There is no.
Charizard's OP.
Oh, Charizard, yeah.
I'm getting destroyed. Like I probably should be.
But
Oh.
it's cool, and it's only gonna have the original 151 Pokemon in it.
Okay. 150. Oh, right. Okay. Mew.
Mew and Mewtwo.
Right.
But how you get Mew is actually you have to buy the Pokeball controller.
Okay.
So that was offered with it.
Nice.
So I actually got both sets. So I got Hey You Pikachu and Hey You Eevee.
Okay.
And I have two Pokeball controllers. But Amazon would only let me buy one at a time.
Really?
Classic
So
Nintendo.
yeah. So, but Jen bought one, so my wife bought one. So, because she's incredibly into Pokemon Go right now. I showed it to her in November. She's like 7 levels ahead of me. It's insane. But so it's just it looks like a lot of fun. Like,
So-
and you can take Pokemon. So, say you want to have an Onix, you can have your partner either Pikachu or Eevee. You can have them follow you and always be on your head. Or you can have other Pokemon follow you, and you can ride them. So if you have a Charizard, you can ride on Charizard's back.
Oh no.
You have an Electrode, which is the big Pokeball. He rolls behind you. You can ride on Lapras. You can ride on top.
What
of
about Mr. Mime? Does he follow you?
Yeah, he follows you.
Nice.
But like
That's
certain Pokemon actually follow you, and certain Pokemon you can actually ride on.
She
Then they have where you can take your Pokemon that are in Pokemon Go and you can import it into those games.
So kind of like how Pokemon Stadium
that.
was like back in 64.
Yes.
Got it.
So, but you actually have to catch them on the actual game.
Okay.
So, and what's nice is they also have the Alolan versions. So they have the Alolan version. So Sandshrew is no longer they have a ground type, and Sandslash is a ground type. But in the Alolan version, he's an ice type.
What about Executor? Do they have the Alolan?
Yeah, they have the Alolan version of that.
Executor. Oh my god.
Then they also have the Alolan version of Raichu, Marowak, any of the original Pokemon, the original 151. it will be in this game, and you can get the opposite version of it, which is cool.
Oh, I'm gonna
and what's cool is they have a what is it? Oh, they have the oh my god, why can't I think of it?
Brainfart.
In the game, they also have these trainers that are specific for each Pokemon. So out of the 151 Pokemon,
there's 151 trainers.
There's 151 trainers that specialize in that Pokemon. And they have specific attacks. So there's a Bulbasaur trainer, an Ivysaur trainer, a Venusaur trainer.
So you have to go seek them out?
You have to go seek them out, and if you beat them, then you get a title in your name. So if you beat the Venusaur trainer, it says Venusaur Master and whatever your name is as you put it. So it's really cool, different. So there's a lot of things to do in this game. And what's cool is you only use one Joy-Con. So say if I was playing, and then you wanted to come in and you wanted to help me,
right?
You can actually take the other Joy-Con off the system, and we can both throw Pokeballs at the same time and catch the Pokemon.
Like buddies.
Yeah, which makes it easier to catch harder Pokemon.
So my question because you get to have the Pokemon Ball controller, right?
Yeah.
You're only limited to getting one, like you said before. So what? Damn it. So what does the Pokemon controller, the Pokeball controller, really do? It looks like a
Pokeball.
Right.
So the button where the Pokeball opens, that's actually a joystick. So you use it to move around. And there's only one button, so that one button you hold, and then you can throw, and you actually use the mechanic of throwing, and that throws a Pokeball. So you can throw it underhand, you can throw it sidearm, you can curve it if you want to, and each one has a different bonus for catching it.
That's pretty cool.
So in the games, if you throw it straight on, and there's a little circle that shrinks over time. And it will reset after a certain amount of time.
So it's like a hitbox?
Yeah, it's kind of like a hitbox, but it shrinks and then gets small and then it goes back big. If you hit it within that thing, you have a nice throw. Gets a little smaller, you have a great throw. Small is an excellent throw. And you can get ones where you spin it and you throw a curveball, you get more XP with that.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So
I like that.
it's definitely it looks like a lot of fun. It's definitely not it's not the Pokemon game that a lot of people wanted. They wanted a true RPG experience.
So what exactly is it going to be then? Because I haven't been paying attention at all. Is it going to be AR like the Pokemon Go?
It's honestly the best way I can explain it is it's a cross between the two games. So it's using the catching mechanic of Pokemon Go, but the rest of the mechanic of like the original game. So if you walk through the grass in the original game, you never know what Pokemon's popping out. But in this game, you actually see all the little Pokemon roaming through the grass. So if you want to catch a specific Caterpie, you want to catch that. Okay, you don't want to catch any more Weedle. You go over and you can find a Caterpie and you can catch it. So there's no like unwanted battles. It's not like in the original games where you just farmed one area, just keep beating up these Pokemon. This one is more of like just hanging out and just catching the Pokemon, because they wanted to use that experience of Pokemon Go to go out and catch the Pokemon because they like that mechanic. I think it's a good idea. I personally can't wait until next year when they're bringing out the actual Pokemon RPG.
So, and I was actually wanted to go into that too, because I heard that this is just supposed to be basically just kind of, there you go, sir, just to kind of wet everyone's whistle for that game to come out.
Oh yeah.
So if this is going to be just like again like something like that, what would next year's game
well, they're
have that?
It's going to be very similar. God bless you.
Oh, thank you.
They're saying it's going to be a true. It's just going to be a true RPG. So it's going to be like what you played on the DS, the Game Boy, from the Game Boy all the way up to the 3DS. It's going to be like every single other Pokemon game you've ever played. So
it's going to be the same top-down, walking around and everything
similar,
else?
Yeah. But it's going to be more of a bigger game because it's going to be the first time a Pokemon RPG kind of game like that has come to a home console.
Right.
The reason why they're branching it and they're putting it on this is because the Switch is portable.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
they're technically doing the same thing, only not really. Maybe blonde Donkey Kong.
I'm about to take this boy down.
All right, so
what's
I like
the next
that.
one? So
All right,
I think I talked enough about Pokemon.
And this is why we wanted to give you your own segment. Oh my god, can we put Matt Says and just like put the Pokemon logo in front of it before he starts going to his rant? That'd be awesome.
No, I would probably laugh my ass off if you could do something like with the Smash, like a new fighter arrives, like that.
We just need to put you posing with like a Pokeball, like looking like a
Like
one
what?
of those trainers. A Pokeball?
Oh.
It's one of those things. It's like a little circular thing that the
I
little
don't know what that
Pokemon
is.
go into.
Over here.
Alright, so do we want to talk about Battlefield 5?
Okay, yeah, we can talk about that.
All right, good, because I know squat about it other than it's Battlefield, and it's the 5th one. All right, so we know that Battlefield 5 should have come out this past October. Unfortunately, it did not.
They pushed it back. With I think it was about a month to go. They pushed it back because the developers, when they ran a couple of betas and an alpha, they ran an alpha, a beta, they ran a whole bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
And people were saying the gun mechanics were a little off, like the recoil wasn't too manageable. Like in other games where you play, you can manage it pretty well by like just dragging on. Like it's easier on PC than it is on the a console because you have to manage the recoil. But so they wanted to redo that. Then they put it into the next beta. They did that. People were a little bit happy. Then they were like, okay, certain guns are super overpowered. The time to kill was just insane. Like the time to kill was just too short, I think, or too long. Yeah, I think the time to kill was too long. So they wanted to make sure that the time to kill was a little bit easier, a little bit better.
Okay.
And it was still pretty buggy, so they wanted to put it back. And also they're going up against Call of Duty, Red Dead.
Yeah, it's
so it was
better
that. So they wanted to push it back and then really make sure it's polished.
Right, and they definitely don't want to get overshadowed.
Exactly, and they're also all of their DLC and everything is all free. There's no premium anymore.
Free.
Yeah, it's no premium. You know, $50 to get all the DLC before everyone.
Okay.
Everything is free. So EA is now starting to do that with all of their games. Even though people still make fun of EA to that everything is pay to win, I still think Ubisoft is the worst one to do it. Because Ubisoft, you have to buy everything for it. Like there's like every single game. The Division, everything has like a Game Pass.
So I'm gonna play the Division.
Even like single player games, like freaking what the hell is it? Assassin's Creed.
I think they have free DLC, don't they?
No, it's all paid.
Assassin's Creed lost me after the third
I thought they were releasing a free one soon, just like a free story or something.
Probably.
Where? So all right. So then let's go off topic a little bit here. Then while we're on Assassin's Creed, yeah, we stay on script. That's not scripted.
On topic all the time.
So,
Monkey.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey just came out.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Because I haven't paid attention to the franchise since number 3.
I stopped playing at 3. No, I stopped playing at the last one with Ezio.
With Ezio.
That
would be
no,
that's Connor.
3's with Connor, yeah.
Yeah, so then the last one with Ezio was
It was Assassin's Creed Revelations or something.
Yeah, the Revelations.
Brotherhood was Assassin's Creed. No, there was one with Assassin's Creed 2 where they introduced like
Ezio Auditore, then it was Brotherhood, then
they had a trilogy for him.
Revelations was the last one.
Revelations, I played, I got that grappling hook, I'm like, this is boring. I don't want to play anymore. The middle one, the second one in that trilogy was my favorite Assassin's Creed, and then I just got out of it.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't keep my attention. It was yearly. It kept killing me. It was too much.
Well, I did a review on it. I did like a first reaction for it.
Right.
I actually really haven't played it since because obviously I've been playing other games.
Right.
A lot of things have come out now. But don't get me wrong, it's a great game. It's really fun. The combat system is a lot different from if you're playing from the originals. Because the last one that they changed all of that combat system was in Origins, which was last year's.
Right, and Origins looked a little more entertaining and a little better to me than Odyssey does. And I heard that with Odyssey, you have to grind like something fierce just to get stuff. And that doesn't...
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, Odyssey I think is a lot of fun. I like how they brought back the ship warfare. I haven't gotten to that point, but you can definitely use that ship warfare, which is what everyone loved in Black Flag.
Yeah.
And I still think that game is probably one of the best pirate games out there, even going up against Sea of Thieves.
So I haven't really played Black Flag enough to really do that, but I want them, for the amount of that I did, I liked playing.
Yeah.
And I would like to go back to it.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome. I really like that game. That game was a lot of fun. That was actually the last one I played before this one. So Syndicate came out, then Origins, then this one.
Syndicate kind of piqued my interest when it was released, but I still didn't.
Syndicate, is that the one that you're in England or something?
Yeah, you were in England.
Okay.
You could play as the girl or the boy.
Right. So that seemed interesting because then it seemed like they were becoming more and more modern and catching up with the moderns, and then all of a sudden they backtracked the whole entire thing, and which didn't make much sense to me, especially because, and I keep on saying this, it irritates me that they killed off Desmond on the third one. Where the hell does the story go from there? Sorry for anybody who hasn't played.
Well, he was Ezio, that's why.
He was Ezio Auditore, and then
that was his...
Well, he was Ezio, and he was the guy.
But
from the
like I
first
said,
one too,
I haven't beaten a lot of it.
That was his big boy role.
Well, he was Ezio. He was the guy from the first one. I forget his name.
Oh yeah. No, I thought he was introduced in the second one for some reason.
And then he was Connor. Then because he went through his lineage. So then, if he's going through his lineage and he's the protagonist and he's this big defender,
but
then you kill him off. That's stupid.
In Black Flag, you're playing as some random Abstergo employee, and you're going through different lineages of different people. Like in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you find the spear of Leonidas.
Cool.
So this person is trying to find out all these things to make the assassins come back.
Right.
And basically what it is they found it, and then they use the DNA in that to actually go through and play through as Alexios or Alexandria. Yeah, Alexandria, which is definitely a really cool idea. I like the idea of having two different ways because it plays completely different. But this game is more towards, you like it better because you like the Mass Effect series, right?
I love the Mass Effect series.
This game is more based off of that. Every decision you make can affect the game. There's like 5 or 6 different outcomes, which is cool. So, I mean, there's definitely... Oh, bye-bye. But there's definitely a lot of different things you can do with it, which is cool. So I don't mind it. It's just, I don't know. It's a good game. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. It's really pretty. It's really nice. It's just, I haven't had a chance to really play it. It's like Red Dead. I really haven't had a chance to play it since the last time we were playing it for our last podcast.
See, and I just keep on hearing, and I know I haven't played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet, and I'm going to get a lot of flack for that, but everything I keep on hearing, I haven't really heard anything bad about it.
Yeah,
so,
it's
graphics, storyline, gameplay.
It's definitely one of the prettier games, but I think it's so funny that, speaking of Red Dead, going back to that, did you see that it's actually plays better on the Xbox One X?
Yes, I heard that. Carlos, sorry, buddy.
Well, he was the one who brought it up.
Yeah, that's right.
He was the one who brought it up, and I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, apparently it's got better graphic capabilities on the Xbox One X than it does on the
PlayStation.
Than it does on the PlayStation.
I'm so confused. Okay.
Look at my sweaty controller.
Ew, sweaty Eric controller hands. Okay.
Sell that one day.
But yeah, I mean, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a good game. Don't get me wrong, but it's like those single player games that take like 3 or 4 out, like 30 to 40 hours to play. Is just so hard for me to focus on. Like, I want to do it, but it's just so hard.
Well, the grind is real. That's
the grind is so hard. Especially like I just started playing Diablo 3.
Right, Diablo 3 released on the Switch. Right.
I love Diablo 3.
It's a great game. I love it. It's
fun.
It's a lot of fun. But I forgot how to play the game. I totally forgot how to play it.
Bro,
I was like,
when you hit endgame in Diablo 3, you just are so strong. You're just like, I can't play this. It's like,
well, it's cool because they have
just walk over and switch things.
Yeah, they have the what was it? The adventure mode, which I was like, I played I haven't played any of the expansions.
Woof. Oh, dude.
Battle of the Ages right here. Literally. You know,
because he's Ocarina of... I got it. Funny joke.
Luckily, going back on the fact that these games are taxing on your time, I was lucky enough to be bedridden for like almost a month, so I got to play God of War.
That sounds terrible, but
no, it was
awesome at the
great.
same
I got to play God of War though, so that's pretty great. That was like the last real single player game I played. That's why I'm more into these like indie games. That's why most of the stuff I've been reviewing are indie games that you just hop in, you play like 30, 40 minutes, you have a great time, you play with friends, then you can just hop out and you can hop right back in the next day like nothing's changed. I don't have to focus on a story or...
So that's always good for just like mindless entertainment as it were.
That's what I love about the indie games is that if they're not like an hour or too long, their stories are usually really good in that two or 1 or 2 hours. And then you get to also have these great fun games like I've been playing Lethal League. Rocket League's another good example. I know they're not quite indie anymore, but when they first came out, they were indie. It's just like, you hop in, have fun, play with whoever you want.
Yeah.
It's
like this. I mean, this is like...
Yeah, this is fun.
Because I like these kind of games because we can get a lot of like good content out of it just from playing a little bit of it.
That's why I like the new Smash. It has it looks like it's gonna have hours and hours of content with that. With the
all I know is, I love you, AJ. I'm sorry, but my content is gonna go down the shitter because I'm only gonna be playing that game until Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out.
Over the editing software.
I'm gonna be pretty much playing like that, like 24/7. Like Matt, that's all I'm gonna be playing.
Did you edit that yet, Matt? No, Matt. Only Kingdom Heart.
Only Smash.
Smash Heart.
Eric, have you heard from Matt? No, I actually haven't heard from him in like 2 months. My God,
that's crazy, right?
Matt comes out like a freaking long ass beard, smells like feet. Guys, I've seen God. Okay, so to transition to the...
That was a good one.
Oh my God. No, you're supposed to do something like, speaking of God.
Speaking of God, how about that Diablo mobile game?
See?
Hey! There you go. So, Eric, you take the lead on this one because I didn't even know they came out with something like that.
That sounds
in
terrible.
The lovely PC enthusiast con they just had, BlizzCon, or I don't know if it's still going on at this time, but the lovely people that make games for everybody's having a great time. They love Overwatch, Diablo, all these PC lovely games. Hearthstone, it's on mobile, but they announced a new Diablo, much to what was it? Steam had the Artifacts game, the Diablo 2 card game, where everybody started going, oh, they have the new Diablo they announced is mobile. So everybody's standing applause was given. Great times were had. Everybody's excited for this new mobile game. Nobody definitely booed when they announced it. They had a lovely QA where people were respectful and asked them great questions.
So mobile, you mean it's coming out on the Switch?
Yeah.
Not that mobile?
Well, it's like a Switch, except it's your phone.
Oh my God.
And everybody loves mobile games of their favorite franchises they want a Diablo 4 really bad for.
Oh, absolutely. I cannot wait for Legend of Zelda to be on my phone.
They didn't have a huge thousands of people crowd right in front of them to announce the great new Diablo 4 because no one knew it was coming, and it's not Diablo 4. Well, it can be Diablo 4.
So is it going to be Diablo 4 or is it just going to be Diablo on the mobile?
It's Diablo Immortal, which is a mobile game. And then I stopped watching. So there's no news here.
Oh, I mean, at least the news is that that they're going to be coming up with a Diablo mobile game, and it's on your phone.
I saw terrible. A post on, I don't know if it was Twitter or Reddit, but they said, regardless of how much people are liking this or not, which is not, no one's liking this, they're probably going to make more money on the mobile game than they ever would if they released Diablo 4, which is true. Which is probably true.
Nice hit. That's because they're going to have a lot of microtransactions.
Your mom's going to be playing Diablo Immortal. That's why.
My mom?
Yeah, everybody has a phone. That's what they said. What, you guys don't have phones?
That was pretty funny. I'm not going to lie. That was really funny.
I feel so bad for that team that had to stand up there.
Oh, my God.
They had no say in whether this was happening or not. They just got thrown the script. They go out there. They're ready to go. they're probably sure people are gonna hate it.
My favorite,
that bad.
my favorite video that you showed us before we started recording was the one. Are you sure this isn't like this really extended
out of season
April Fool's joke? And they're like, no.
The Q&A must have been. I don't know why they made
brutal.
a Q&A. Why did they do a Q&A?
Because they wanted to just like throw salt in their face.
At least Valve like threw out the Artifact game, which people are now in retrospect saying that it's probably going to be really good. You know, it's going to be a competitor to Hearthstone at this point.
Okay.
Especially because Hearthstone, it looks like they're just throwing packs out. Packs, new cards, new this, new that. Buy our packs. Please spend $100 grand at our game. Which is a good way to make money.
That's about it. That's why a lot of people
when you have to stick with the meta of a card game, and the only way to acquire cards is basically to pay, unless you want to just... By the time you get the new set, that meta will shift, and then that new set will be useless.
Can't be kind of hero time, my man.
You kind of have to buy stuff, but in retrospect, the Artifact game is probably going to be good. It's just that people wanted Half-Life 3, people wanted Portal 3, people wanted Left 4 Dead 3. They wanted all these new games.
Right.
And then you're going to just release this, you know.
The game that everybody was freaking excited
and now
for.
you have people really wanting Diablo 2 remake, especially because a lot of Diablo 2 fans, especially my friends that all play Diablo 2 like hours upon weeks, months, years.
I was schmeric.
Years even. That's why you lost. You weren't AJ.
No, that's actually why I won. Because I was schmeric.
Oh, that's why you won, because you were schmeric.
He was too busy talking about how upset he was with Diablo. He didn't know it was schmeric.
I like Diablo 3. Diablo 2, I jumped in with my friends. They played it hours upon hours, and I just started, and I was like sitting there like, I don't even know how to talk to this shop person, and Decker Kane's talking to me, and these guys are already on chapter 2. Or Act 2, and then I jump into Diablo 3 with a friend who's never played before, and I had a really good time. So I'm sure if I played Diablo 2 when they were all playing, I probably would have loved it. But now people are, they're itching for more. I know Diablo 3 just got released on the Switch. People are thinking this is gonna be it. Diablo 4. Let's go. I'm excited. If not Diablo 4, maybe a remake for Diablo 2, so it could be ported to the Switch or Xbox. And mobile game.
So, I mean, it sounds like you're very vehement about it. I like it. So passion, I like it.
It could be fun. It's just that, why are people doing this?
Well, because look at what's huge right now, and it's for free.
Yeah, but that's more like, like what Bethesda did. They had what was that one? Fallout Shelter.
Yeah, and Blades.
Yeah, no, but they had Fallout Shelter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but that
what if they just stopped at Fallout Shelter and they didn't talk about, what was it? It was Fallout 4 that came along with that. They just they just didn't talk about Fallout 4 whatsoever, and they said, we have Fallout Shelter.
I think a lot of people right.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? Why would you do that? And now Fallout 76, the same thing happened this year. Bethesda said, we're going to release Fallout 76. People that are diehard fans of the series probably won't like this, so we'll do a teaser for Elder Scrolls because we want to cover our ass. So here's Elder Scrolls. I don't know anything about it yet. Just make this thing where it's panning over a mountain and it says Elder Scrolls 6. Make sure everybody knows we're working on it. Fine. Right. That's great. And now what do? They go, here's our mobile game. Any questions? What are they thinking? It doesn't make any sense. I feel so bad for them. I know the people on stage definitely had no say on this, and they were just there because they had to be there or whatever.
That's their job. They have to stick by it.
Why? Like, let's say in Smash, this last Direct came out, and they said, here's what the mobile thing's going to be like. You can talk to your friends. You can post pictures. Goodbye. We'll see you on the 7th or 9th. And then they stop. That's kind of like what they did. Now, if they said, we're working on Diablo 4, but in the meantime, here's a mobile game, that would have been fine. I don't know why they didn't do anything like that.
Just to, keep people sated for the next week.
And I know they have so much, like, Blizzard has what? They have Black Ops now. They have Destiny just got released free.
Yeah.
It's free on PC. They're trying to get people to buy it. Or try it so that they would, giving it for free is great. If you just plan on playing the original Destiny and then stopping there, it's a steal. But they're hoping that people get hooked onto it and then they buy all the DLC, which I think is a great idea on their part. But now they have Overwatch. They released a new character, Ashe. They have all this stuff going for them. Esports is really taking off. The Overwatch League is looking really good. It's getting more and more people watching it. It's getting way more organized and stuff. And now they have, what do they have? They have StarCraft and Diablo that they barely talked about.
Well, StarCraft almost kind of like fell off the map a little bit there.
And Heroes of the Storm too. They're really working hard on Heroes of the Storm. I know it's never going to beat League of Legends, but you know they're keeping. I enjoy Heroes of the Storm. I think it's way more casual. It's more fun to play. You have a bigger chance at a comeback. It's like League of Legends. You really falter on your own. Your team can pull you down. And then Hero of the Storm, it's like once you hit that level max, you can still come back, which is fun if you're just trying to play casually or with people that might not be as good. Like League of Legends, you can't play with. If you're silver, you can't play with a diamond because you're probably not going to have fun either way.
Okay. Now, Heroes of the Storm, because I've heard of it, I've just never played it. It's similar to League of Legends?
Yeah, it's a MOBA. It's just, especially now that a lot of they really have most of the MOBAs that tried, I can't remember the name of it, but it looked really nice. They tried, I think it was Epic Games did it. I can't remember the name of it, but that fell. They had Battle. What was that game that's no one played? Battle.
Command and Conquer?
No. I can't. Battle. No, not Battle. All right, whatever. But they have these MOBAs that tried to join in with League of Legends.
Okay. And
the cream rises to the top. So Heroes of the Storm, very good. They have established characters instead of making their own characters. So people that are a fan of WoW or anything, they want to play as these characters. Overwatch, and they want to play as these characters in a MOBA. They'll have more fun that way. And then you had that, League of Legends, and Dota, obviously. So those are really the big three MOBAs. And they also have an esports scene, which really helps them too. And now, after the MOBA craze went off to Battlegrounds phase, now all these MOBAs are still here and established, and people still play them. But keeping it within Blizzard, the Heroes of the Storm, they're still updating, they're still doing a good job. They have esports. It's not as good as League of Legends because I know League of Legends just had their finals, and that was watched by a lot. I didn't look up the numbers, but I know that Cloud9 versus Fnatic, they had astronomical numbers for Twitch, and especially since that game started at 3 a.m.
Jeez.
Yeah, because it was held in Korea. So it's the amount of people they had watching just to stay up and watch League of Legends esports, it's crazy.
That's dedication. You can't get me up at fucking 3 o'clock.
So, StarCraft's still StarCraft. Heroes of Storm's being updated fine. They just added a new character to Overwatch. The Activision games are doing great. Blackout mode for Black Ops. Destiny just got released for free. Everything's doing great, and you have Diablo. Diablo 3 got put on the Switch, that's good. And then...
Right, yay, mobile
game. I don't know why. I guess you don't want to leave Diablo in the dust. Well, I don't know why they didn't just say they would work, especially if they are working on Diablo 4 or a port for Diablo 2. They should have announced it or something.
Well, it's like they don't want to be like where Square Enix said it. They said 2 years ago that they're releasing a port for Final Fantasy 7 on a remake on the PS4.
Yeah.
Where has it been?
Now,
another thing too is Shenmue. I forget who makes it, but Shenmue 3 was supposed to. They got crowdfunded and everything, and there has been nothing about Shenmue.
So Shenmue actually started bringing up at least a little bit more traction because the 1 and 2 actually was remade for Xbox One.
Yeah. Well,
and I think PlayStation 2 also.
But they got crowdfunded almost 3 years ago?
2 to 3 years ago, yeah, for Shenmue 3.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Come on, dude, Shenmue?
Is it the little purple...
You were way off already.
Okay. That's Shantae.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
No, so with Shenmue is actually, and I haven't played it, but it's basically where the, what the hell?
It's a game where you wait a lot.
Yeah, it's basically, Eric probably knows more about it.
You're this lovely man who runs around in your jeans and your jacket, and you ask...
It's a bomber jacket, dude.
Yeah, you ask about your father, and you look at your watch for a little bit.
True.
That's it.
It's where the QuickTime events actually started off at. That's the first game that actually did it.
That's what I've seen.
It's very story... It's pretty... like Red Dead, you can walk around and do anything you want?
Yeah.
It's like they started that, but they started that, 20 years ago?
Oh, yeah, mad long time ago.
And, the realism factor, it looked really good for the time. you could walk around and talk to anybody on the street. They'll have some sort of dialogue.
And it's actual like locations in
That's
Japan.
kind of where all that story-driven stuff, took off.
Yeah.
Other than, RPGs on the N64, or not N64, the SNES and NES, they all kind of had some sort of factor like that. But this one's like you're a real person walking around in third person. Time is a factor. Talk to anybody you want about a specific topic. You could go to this lovely machine and you put your yen in there or whatever it was, and then you just turn thing, you get a little action figure. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I don't even know how it lasted this long.
You're doing great, dude.
Thanks.
Oh.
And now I'm dead. Appreciate the compliment either way.
Duck Hunt is busted, so I think Duck Hunt's my best character because no one knows how to cheese like your boy. I can cheese like the best of them.
That's why we love you, man.
Okay.
So I think that actually just wraps up for everything we wanted to talk about, unless you guys have any final points or final thoughts.
I think that pretty much covers up this week.
I mean, I know there was a guy on my Instagram. He wanted to. We could just touch on
we
this
could
a
just
little
do
bit.
a couple, like, 1, 2 things.
Here, let me get it up for you. Hold on.
So this is where we're gonna do the shout outs now.
Here, let's go to. All right, so we can talk about upcoming movies this Christmas. We'll do like the video game. The person who said this was Dylan Wong 8842 on Instagram. He said it on mine, so I thought it was a good topic. There's Wreck-It Ralph is a good video game.
Wreck-It Ralph, it's breaks the internet.
Breaks the internet,
Right.
which is cool. Kind of adds that whole vintage. He's a vintage game, and then he goes into the internet. But there's going to be a lot of like Marvel references and obviously because it's owned by Disney.
I saw the part, the trailer with the Disney princesses. They're like, do you need a big scary man to save you? It's like, yeah, how'd you know?
She is one of us. No, actually, what's really funny is they even show a couple mobile games. Did you see the part when he's like, oh, I love this game. The pancakes go to the kitty, and he keeps giving it to the kitty, and the kitty or the bunny puts the pancake into his mouth, and then he explodes, and the little girl screams. Ah! It looks hilarious. That's coming out on the 21st.
Okay.
You brought up a good point. What was
the live-action video game movie they're making soon? The Sonic movie.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Live-action Sonic movie.
No.
Yes.
Oh God, no.
Jim Carrey's gonna be Eggman though.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm leaving now. I'm gonna throw up. Are
that.
you kidding me?
I know like almost nothing
It's
about
bad
it.
enough with the video games that it's hit or miss, but the live action movie, they're gonna have. Is it gonna be CGI?
Probably.
Is it gonna be some Yahoo in a costume?
I don't know. I'm pretty upset about.
Is he gonna be making out with a woman again? What is going
Here's
on?
the IMDb thing: juvenile delinquent Sonic the Hedgehog and local policeman Tom Wachowski must stop Dr. Eggman from completing his plans for world domination.
Who's gonna be in?
Ben Schwartz is Sonic. That's who it was. Jim Carrey's Eggman.
Oh god.
This is actually
That's the only two I know on this whole list.
I'm living in a nightmare.
Hey man, it could be good.
Yeah,
It could be great.
so can an atomic shit.
I don't know. I might like Tom Wachowski or whatever his name was.
Cute.
He might be my favorite character from any movie ever.
Yeah, but I think it's funny because what was it? I saw a meme going around that people are saying that Disney cares more about Sonic than Sega or anybody else does. Because if you look at Sonic in Wreck-It Ralph, he's like perfect. Even like any game that has Sonic in it recently, even Nintendo in Super Smash Brothers, he looks gorgeous. But in any game or anything that Sega produces with Sonic, he always looks like crap.
Yeah, but he breakdances. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but I'm saying like,
Can you do that in the movie though?
No, but look at Sonic Boom or like any of the new Sonic games that they come out with.
Sonic Boom was like incredibly buggy.
Yeah, and it was incredibly buggy and it was crap.
Yeah,
But was it a tie-in for the show?
Yeah, it was just time to the show, and the show was garbage
I was
because
gonna say,
they made Sonic sound like a
shows
moron.
Are garbage.
No, but they made Sonic sound like an
Well,
idiot,
they-
and they made Knuckles a moron.
You sound really mad.
Oh, I was so mad when I
his
saw
childhood is ruined.
But his name is Knuckles. What point punches things? There's no
Yeah,
point.
but he was
He's supposed to be like the
but in the
beefy boy.
original cartoon of Sonic, Knuckles was Knuckles, and he was a brash, like just arrogant guy. Okay, even in the games, he's arrogant.
He's like the Wolverine of from X-Men.
But in the Sonic Boom series,
he's just a big
He's
dope.
a big idiot.
Yeah.
And it just annoys me. I'm like...
He's like Big the Cat.
It's so stupid.
Did they put him in that?
What, Big the Cat?
Yeah.
I don't even watch the TV show. And I only played so much of the freaking Sonic Boom, I couldn't do it anymore.
What's his name from Ninja Turtles? Raphael.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's exactly Raphael.
Yeah, the new cartoon they made him an idiot.
They made him dumber than Mikey.
Guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
They made him dumber than Mikey.
That's in the new cartoon?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Sonic
and then
Boom.
like all of them are freaking like strangling. Oh, no, yeah, I'm talking about the Ninja Turtles.
They got cool, what's it called on them? They got the cool band wraps, the bandages.
Think that was...
in the redesign. In the redesign.
Yeah, but that doesn't help.
Well, they dropped it, right? They dropped the redesign with the newest Sonic that came out, Forces, right?
Sonic Forces?
Yeah.
Everybody went back to normal. And they even had the regular...
okay. But I know when Sonic Boom came out, it was just like, it was garbage.
I think Sonic Forces,
they just wanted a TV show. Because, I mean, you can't really work with those three if it's not a game. I feel like they kind of had to make some more of a stabilized, like character development kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Well,
to make it work better in a show situation, to do the tropes and all that good stuff.
That's true. That's very true. Well, so are there any other, any more movie releases or Christmas movies or anything else that we want to talk about?
Comment, subscribe if you want to have a live stream of us watching the Sonic movie when it comes out.
Yo, that's a good idea. Yo, that's actually a really good idea. We should totally do a podcast or something like that. We have like one of the old school movies showing.
Oh, dude, I'd love to do a movie.
Oh my god, the gamers watch movies. That'll be another segment. Yeah, because you imagine Super Mario movie.
Oh yeah, can we react to the Super Mario movie?
Yeah,
even now that we're older and we understand it better?
Yes.
There are so many movies that I've watched recently because now I have kids. That I've watched now as an adult, and I have much better appreciation for it, because some of them are just really funny. Like, you never realize how bad Shrek was until you watch it as an adult.
Bite your tongue. Shrek was amazing.
No, but I'm saying,
Exactly.
not bad in the respect that it's not a bad movie. I'm saying bad in the respect that when you were a kid, you didn't get a lot of the jokes.
Those are the best
movies. You can't use bad as a good thing. This isn't the 90s anymore.
The best movies are the kids' movies that can sneak adult humor into.
Oh, I love...
that was great.
No one knew that song when they were that young. Well, I didn't. If you like Pina Coladas song. I never... That was probably the first time I heard that song.
But I actually grew up with freaking... I grew up with the parents who was having me listen to the 30s until today, so I knew all the songs I could.
Well, and even that whole scene when he's trying to pick out... Laura Farquaad was trying to pick out which princess he wants. Yeah. Right. That's totally what the dating game.
Yeah. Right.
Nobody would know that. I obviously now that I'm older, I understand it, and I think it's hilarious. And even when he's going down the slide and he hits his nuts, and you don't realize, you're like, oh, he made a funny face. Yay! It's just really funny. You don't understand that. Oh, you guys never heard me do that? Well, but think about it. You don't realize this when you're a kid.
Right. No, you're not wrong. So, I mean, I think that, okay, so that's actually a really good idea. We'll do a Gamers Watch Movies.
It could be its own thing.
I like that.
But I still think that would be a great idea.
I like that. Dude, guys, awesome idea. I like it. We're going to do it.
That's a great idea.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean those are the only video game movies that I know that are coming out.
Okay.
Now.
I think that we touched on just about everything else that everyone else had told us about. So
I already did my shout out for that.
So we have one of our number one guys at Zurenho, Zurenho. Awesome
on
guy.
Instagram.
He's from Instagram, exactly. So go check him out. Check out his stuff. He's a big supporter of our content. He's from the good old place of Mexico, so he loves his traditions, so go check him out. We also do have at Cian Crotakiller. What? CIANCROTAKILLER?
Cyan Crotakiller?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so
that works.
So he was the one who, and this is all Instagram people we have. So he was the one who actually just, suggested that we do Red Dead Fallout series. So that was a great idea. We do also have Ryan_Garsk, who wanted us to talk about why Eric and Matt won't accept his friendship.
Bullshit. We have.
I don't know who that is.
It's Ryan.
I never heard of him.
It's my. Sorry, as much as you love Eric, Eric doesn't love you, Ryan. We'll have to talk about that.
I've never heard of that, man.
I'm actually really excited for the Smash tournament because I want to see him in a fully pink outfit.
Oh, you spoiled it.
I don't care.
All right,
That's really funny.
For the real listeners that listen all the way to the end, you just got a sneak peek.
Oh yeah.
Of what's happening.
Well, no, we've already talked about the tournament.
Did we figure out who's teams or who's on
No.
teams? All right, well, let's wait until like a day before we do it, and we'll figure out teams.
Yeah, we can definitely.
That
we
sounds
can do
about
that.
something we're doing today.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like something.
Oh, we
we'll
can fit. Nah, we'll do
Yeah,
that
we'll
later. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's this day. We'll figure it out tomorrow.
So got another shout out for Instagram at Real Jesse Gaskin. You wanted us to go over your favorite moments in gaming. I thought that was a really good idea, so we'll just do a real quick power favorite moment in gaming.
Like favorite moment. Well, I'll do favorite moment of gaming when you get the Master Sword in any Zelda game.
That's pretty
In any
good.
Zelda game? Okay, favorite moment in gaming.
You go first. I have to think about it. I'm torn between two right now. I'm sorry.
Okay, so favorite moment in gaming, I would have to say... Actually, I can...
Yeah, see, that's why you pointed to me first.
Exactly. I couldn't think of anything. So favorite moment in gaming, I do like the Master Sword thing, but actually my favorite moment in gaming is actually Zelda. Also, when you found out that Sheik is actually not a dude, but actually Princess Zelda. That was...
Spoilers.
So for anybody who hasn't played it, it's
If
been
you
out for 20
haven't played
years.
it now,
So...
okay, you need to get on that. Seriously, it's been what 20 years?
It's been 20 years, yeah, exactly.
Seriously, if
So-
you haven't played Ocarina of Time and haven't knew that,
Sheik is not a dude.
What if you're 23 years old?
have you played it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, then
Have I beat it all the way through? No.
All
have
right,
you
well,
gotten to
good.
the part where you know that Sheik's Princess Zelda?
Yes.
Your argument is invalid now.
My favorite moment. It's gotta be Halo related. I was really into Halo.
Okay. Yeah.
I would probably say Halo 3 when the Arbiter walks up to the Prophet of Truth and he just like stabs him right in the...
Yeah, that's a good moment.
That's
That's a
such
good
a
moment.
good
That is a
one.
really
That's
good
really
moment.
And if not that one, it'd probably be something with... I like
Okay,
Reach, so...
so we can go. I want to actually go off tangent a little bit
Yeah,
because
yeah.
since you brought up Halo,
You mean on a
Yeah.
tangent?
off tangent. Favorite after credit scene in a game,
Halo
Favorite...
Reach?
Wait.
like just after credits. So like after you beat the main story,
Yeah.
they have the after credits, kind of like an after credit in a movie.
Yeah.
My favorite scene has to be in Halo 1.
Yeah.
When you see after you beat the game and after
Oh,
you
when
see
he
everything, and then you see as the Pillar of Autumn is about to explode, then you see the Space Marine, which happens to be Johnson, and an Elite. They're fighting, and then all of a sudden they hug each other.
Yeah.
That's got to be one of my favorite
Yeah, that's
cutscenes
pretty good.
at the end of a.
They always have good Easter eggs. in
Yeah,
Halo.
no, but I'm like that has to be one of my
Yeah.
favorite. The first time I
pretty good.
saw it, I was like, and you can only get it if I remember. You can
Legendary.
only get it on for Legendary.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
what
that's
is
right.
your
You're right.
favorite like after?
I don't
scene?
know. Do video games really have like after
Some of them
cutscenes?
do.
I
Some
mean,
of-
God of War's the credits rolled during the ending. I
Yeah.
think so. Does that count?
Yeah,
'Cause
that
God of
kinda
War's that was pretty cool. I kind of enjoyed that a lot.
which the newest,
The newest God of War, yeah.
yeah, with when you go to back
Yeah,
to
you
the
go
house,
to the top. Oh yeah, and then you go to the top, and then you go back to
yeah, the
that
house,
was-
and you see Thor. You didn't do that.
Oh.
Game's been out since April.
yeah.
It's been out for a couple months. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
everyone who has played it has beaten
Until they're waiting for the re-release. That's probably one.
the release. What about you, AJ? What's your favorite post game?
I would actually say for Halo it would actually be like, you know, what you were saying, Reach at the end,
Yeah.
where you're just like, you know, battling for everything,
Yeah.
and then you see that everything else, like, you know, is like basically
You get overwhelmed.
exactly. Like I got very
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
emotional
yeah,
at the
yeah.
end. You see
Yeah, it's pretty
everything.
rough.
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
rough.
Exactly.
Well, yeah,
I
because
thought it
you're
was
just
pretty cool.
firing and you're
Yeah.
just beating up every. I forgot about that one.
I like
Yeah,
that one a lot.
it's like you're just staying alive for as long as possible.
Really
You already know
underrated.
the inevitable.
It is
Underrated.
really underrated.
Extremely
Yeah.
underrated.
I forgot about that.
I think people just
good
really
one.
wanted Halo 4, and they were mad that it was Halo Reach, and then they got Halo 4, and no one liked that. So.
I liked Halo 4.
Honestly, I think Halo, the whole series is great. I think
They took it in a new direction that some people might not like.
well, yeah, because you got to also remember Bungie took over halfway through Reach
Right.
after its launch. Like Bungie made that game, and then they handed everything over to 343, which I still think is a really classy move. Like, hey, this is your baby, and then a lot of the guys that worked on this game, they jumped ship because Bungie didn't want to do. They wanted to work on their new project.
They wanted to finish with the trilogy.
Yeah, they wanted to even do the prequel, which is all right. So I think it was cool. I think it was an awesome idea.
One more is probably the ending to Luigi's Mansion, where you put Mario backwards to the painting thing, and then he pops out, and then Luigi gets like all fucking.
Oh shit!
Like,
shit, one.
Dude,
No, two. That's two.
That hit me
before.
That hit me hard when I was like 7.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, and you
I got
started
real
tearing
emotional.
up when you saw his brother and everything.
It's like really rough. It's
Right.
like really emotional, and I'm like gonna cry right now.
All right.
You never thought that would actually be emotional.
Check that one out if
Nintendo.
you have a chance.
Got any more shoutouts?
My phone is actually being really stupid right now, so I can only go for the.
Yeah, I got one. I played this game called Tonsil Terror. Not as a review, but just because I've been following this guy. I forgot who retweeted him once, but he makes a game. He does a game a month, and he's an indie developer. His name is I don't know how to say his last name. Adam Pipe. It's Pype. But he's at Adam Pi on Twitter, and he's been doing games a month. The Tonsil Terror game was really fun. It's a really simple concept. It's just that you see from the perspective inside of a mouth, and the only way to see the map is by screaming. So you scream, and then you can see. But when you scream, things around the map, like not Slender-esque, but it's like there's things around the map that'll move, and they'll get closer to you when you scream. But they'll stop when you're not screaming. So when you scream, they'll walk towards you. So sometimes you could corner yourself, you turn around to go look, and then one's coming at you, and you can't get past it. It's a really simple concept, and you have to collect 8 candies around, or 7 or 6. Yeah, it was 7, I think. You have to collect a couple candies around the map, and then not get caught. So that was really fun. But he's been doing a game a month. It's a lot of them have been you can go back in his log and see like how he's progressing. They're really cool looking. So I can't wait to see what he has this month. So that's someone wants to shout out.
I like that game a month. That's something different.
On my Twitter, I posted a couple things recently. I think a couple days ago. You can go to his link there. It's on it's papercookies.itch.io. That's his list.
Okay.
And there's another person who just recently followed me. It was, let me see. I think it's I feel bad if he doesn't. It's Relentless Rex, I think his name is.
Relentless Rex?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's actually the video game that I backed up.
Yeah.
For All4Gamerz. So Relentless Rex, if you guys haven't heard of anything for him, I'll let you take it off because you brought it up.
No,
but I backed
you
him
better
up.
explain something to me. Please go ahead. 'Cause I just muff it up.
Don't muff it up.
Go for it.
Everyone
Go for it.
loves you. So Relentless Rex is actually by an indie developer. You guys should really check out his Instagram. He has a Twitter also. A lot of excellent content there. You're going to be playing as a character that's going to be getting chased by a giant T-Rex. So he did crowdfunding and...
So you're not cut off.
Thanks, I appreciate it, boys. So he did a Kickstarter months ago. I put some money towards it for the All4Gamerz here to support him. It's going to be multi-platform, from my understanding. Should be on Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. I'm going to get mine on the Switch. The colors are amazing. It's going to be a traditional platformer. Mm-hmm. He's actually has a lot of people where he's doing a lot of questions where they can actually contribute towards the game. So their ideas are actually being heard. So he sends out, I think it's monthly or semi-monthly or weekly, something like that. I'm terrible at keeping up with my emails. But he does give you the options to, do you want to have bad guy A in the picture? Do you want to have a giant marshmallow in the picture? Do you want to have a storyline where the character goes back in time?
So it's a fully crowd-funded project.
So they have all the ideas and everything. So he takes the ideas, puts those ideas aside. All right, this is what we're going to have for storyline. Okay, this is what we're going to have for weapons. This is what we're going to have for DLC or stuff like that. Absolutely fantastic. Definitely check out his content.
Gotta love those indie games. Man.
Yeah.
It's like Ukulele, too.
Indie games. Yeah.
Very similar.
Yeah, Ukulele had a lot of updates on them. Especially because they didn't the crowd reception was not great.
Yeah.
But they've been updating it still. I still get emails. I back that almost instantly because I love Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah. And I still get updates on my email about what they're updating about it and all the backer stuff.
Yeah, I think crowdfunding is definitely going to be the way to get people to play certain of these indie games. And I agree with you, Eric, from a point from earlier in the episode. I love indie games. I like the fact that the simplistic nature of them and that they are not so overly complex. Because like I feel like some of these games, I mean, you look at like just any AAA title now. They're so huge because there's so many things about it. Because
and they should kind of be, you know.
which is fine. But then you look at another indie title, like an indie title, like perfect example, Stardew Valley.
Yeah,
it's an indie title. Game. It's a great game. It's awesome.
And the person who created it is asking, you know, what do you want to see here? What do you want to see?
Well, they just announced that, especially I think on the Switch, and it's coming out on the Switch first. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it. But they're doing a multiplayer.
No, yeah, you're right.
I think it's only coming on the Switch first, and then they're gonna pull it out on.
I thought maybe it was out already. Am I wrong?
Maybe it's on PC. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But I know they're doing a multiplayer aspect to that, and I was like, that game is a lot of fun. Like, it's definitely interesting how they do, because you've played it. I don't know if you've played it.
I played hours of it.
It's basically all it is you coming from the big city and you inherit a farm.
It's a farming sim.
Yeah.
Right.
But more than a farming more than a farming sim. There's a lot of things you could do.
Oh yeah,
in it.
It's like a Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing kind of mixed together.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, they have like characters in the town of personality.
Right.
You can do what you want with what you have. So like you start off with this farm that's busted down.
You have to collect ore and stuff like get better tools.
Yeah, you get better tools. That makes it so you can do things faster. Then the further down you go in the game, a lot of things can become automated. So you're just rolling in the dough.
And you just keep, and you can bond with other people, NPCs and stuff like that. I want to see how they implement the multiplayer.
Well, I think
they talked about how it's going to work. I don't think I read about it, but I know it's going to be more seamless. I think one person hosts it and the other person just joins them.
Yeah, so I think that's a lot of fun, and you guys can just sit there and farm together.
Yeah, and you can get married.
It's a great top-down kind of. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Animal Crossing. With a Legend of Zelda Link to the Past.
It's got the sprite. It's got the sprites like Link to the Past.
Okay,
but that's because it's an indie game, so it's like you don't want it to be super realistic,
right?
So
super polished. Yeah. But I mean, for $14,
for what it is, it's really polished.
Oh yeah, for what it is, I mean, I wish I could sink more time into it.
Oh,
because it is just so much fun. Like I enjoy it.
I remember I started playing it when I was in college, and then I put it down almost instantly. I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do any homework or anything. So I had to wait until the semester was over.
I kind of grew out of games like that. I can definitely see the appeal to it without a doubt. Yeah. But I used to love Animal Crossing when it first came out on the GameCube. That was
Animal
great.
Crossing is definitely one of my favorite games, and I'm so excited that they're coming out with Animal Crossing on the Switch.
I'm so excited.
I'm down to play that, and I'm sure my wife is gonna steal it from me to play.
Probably. You're screwed.
No, when the Pocket Camp came out, I told her about it. She actually had to stop playing it because that's how much she was playing it.
That's the same thing. I didn't even bother playing because I'm like, I'm just gonna run out of battery.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
It was crazy. Like she's like Animal Crossing obsessed. Same thing with Pokemon Go.
Right.
It's really it's really funny. But
so my app is like not working anymore. So one last shout out.
You got a shout out now?
Yes, I got a shout out, and this is gonna go to @SharePlayer1.
Okay, yes.
He wanted us to talk about Carlos @SharePlayer1. He has an awesome Instagram, fantastic YouTube. We did an episode with him for his YouTube.
We'll let you know when it's coming out because they just adopted a new way of editing and doing stuff like that. So I don't even think the second episode has come out yet.
I don't.
Maybe the second episode has.
Got to go back on his YouTube and check it out.
But we'll let you know when our episode comes out. We played Mega Man 11 and we sucked at it. It's pretty bad.
It was entertaining though.
But it was a lot of fun, and there were some controversial things that we've said and whatnot.
And by we, he means himself. He's very upset with what he said.
Oh yeah, I'm totally mad about it.
Just leave it, dude. It's good.
He's upset.
I'm upset because I didn't hear the question because it was like a lag and I couldn't understand. And I was like, we were recording for like almost 3 hours. We were so tired. I was like, this sucks. I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore.
But so he gave us the idea of talking about the Smash roster, which was a great idea, which is what we started with. He also talked about, I think he said 76. My phone's stupid right now, so I can't pull it up. And he also said he wanted us to pop a titty out.
No.
Maybe next
AJ.
time.
That's as much as you're getting.
Yep, and that's for Leslie.
That's and just for a shout out for at Sector 7 Item Shop, just for the hell of it. Leslie's awesome. Go find her stuff on Instagram. She makes a lot of awesome stuff. Matt actually
I've got a couple of things. My wife, I got her little Pikachu barrettes. I'll insert photo here. And I also got a Pokemon coaster set where she did with all perler beads. She's actually having a giveaway, or she posted it the other day about those same coaster sets. So if you want one that's similar to what I have, because I have Pikachu, Eevee, Bulbasaur, and Charmander. So those are the ones. I know it's not the original starters, and I'm missing Squirtle, but my daughter's name is Evelyn, so I wanted to get an Eevee, and my son likes Pikachu, and I like Bulbasaur, and Jen likes Charmander, so I had to get a set of 4. That's what I wanted. So, they're really cool, high quality, really awesome. Definitely check her out. She just opened up recently.
I think she opened up about a few weeks ago.
Yeah, about a few weeks ago, a month ago, and definitely check her out. She makes some really high quality stuff. They've done a couple of giveaways, especially with Share Player 1.
Yes. And
we'll be doing a Smash tournament with them, hopefully sometime in either December or early January. Mm-hmm. We'll be doing a Smash tournament with them for charity. So definitely looking into it. We'll figure that out as we go. Probably we'll figure it out as soon as we get Smash, so we can figure out what kind of system we're going to have to do. If not, we'll be doing a system where we'll actually draw out a whole big thing and do teams of 2, and we'll figure it out.
I thought they had one built in for the new one.
They do, but I'm not 100% sure of what it is, because I know they were showing also with the little coins, and you could do a 2v2 kind of thing and have people watch and whatnot. So we'll figure something out. We just got to get the game and see how it works.
Mm-hmm. What does the winner get?
Well, me and Leslie are gonna collab on a trophy. We're going to maybe do a 3D printed kind of wood kind of thing with all of our logos in it, and get a bragging rights for 1 year, and then we'll send the trophy back, do it another year. And we want to try and make this kind of like a yearly thing. I'm definitely excited.
I think semi-annual will be actually a little bit better.
A semi-annual, yeah. We could do it. We could do it. Whatever. We'll keep doing it, because all of the proceeds, anything that goes through, donations, anything. I know all of our entry fees are all going to go towards donations. Yeah. Or go to this one charity that we want to help out. And I think it would be a cool idea. I don't know about you guys, but I would definitely like to see if we can bring some. Maybe we'll get people maybe donating and getting some systems together, and then go to an actual hospital, children's hospital around here, locally for us, and go there and bring games with us.
I have no problem with that.
I think that would be a cool idea, because I know I'm definitely down to do something like that. Maybe maybe when we get a little bit more traction, get some bigger things going, we'll definitely try and do something like that.
I like it. I definitely like it.
So I think with that, we'll definitely end this, because we've probably been ranting and raving for a while.
No, just about 2 hours. I think this is the longest episode so far.
Yeah. So this will be episode 3, right? Yeah.
Episode 3. Yeah. So we just put episode 2 out. This is episode 3. Let us know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe to the our YouTube channel. Check us out at all4Gamerz.com. Mm-hmm. Check out Matt's content, Devoted Saint. He has a YouTube. So that's always fun to watch.
And you can check me out on socials too. It's Devoted Saint on Instagram, and I also have a Facebook page. Really haven't done a lot with the Facebook page because I don't have time. But Eric, he's also on Instagram. He's also on Twitch.
Eric, what is your
Twitter.
And Twitter?
Twitch and Twitter.
Twitch is Elite Thighs, and then my Twitter and Instagram I just changed to eRockschmidt.
All right, so we'll put it linked down in the description. I'll try and edit and put it on the screen somewhere.
Probably have a better chance of just putting it on the screen.
And we'll talk to you guys in the next one.
All right, take care, everybody.
Goodbye.
Peace.